In May this year, my girlfriend Lizzy and I ran the Jurassic Coast Ultra Challenge. It's a 58-kilometre ultra marathon with around about 1,600 metres of elevation gain, starting in Corfe Castle, travelling along the Jurassic Coast past Lulworth Cove and Durdle Door into Weymouth. We ran it in support of a Welsh charity that her dad is also raising money for when he sails around the world on his own non-stop in August later this year. I wanted to film the run just to give people who might be interested in doing it next year a view of what the course is like, what's at the rest stops and what some of the scenery is like. However, stood on the start line, when I got my GoPro out, it had no battery. And so what follows is the atrocious footage that I captured on my iPhone, and hopefully it gives you some insight into what the course is like if you'd like to do it next year.
Good morning, it is 8:30 in Corfe Castle. We're here for the Jurassic Coast Ultra Marathon. We're doing 58 kilometres today. I don't know if you can hear me, it's pretty loud, but I'm here with Lizzy, my girlfriend. We've got 58 kilometres, around about 1,800 metres of elevation ahead of us. It's going to be a lovely day. Looking forward to it. I'm going to keep you posted, see how we feel. I think it could be quite entertaining. I usually find these quite hard, unsurprisingly. And we're heading into the start now.
It's about to get real. Watch. It's about to get real.
Alrighty. This is Swanage. 12k in. Been running for about 1 hour 10 minutes, so slightly too quick. But I'm sure I'll naturally slow down. I kind of wanted to speed up, but got a bit carried away. The race itself is a group of walkers and runners, and in places it's quite narrow, so there's single file, so there's a fair amount of like waiting, but views are good. We just passed I'm running with nobody, but that is 25k, just about 2,000 calories. I seem to be smoothing out the pace, which is good. We've just done a circle straight back to the start, annoyingly. And then we head back towards
I'm entering the rest stop at 25k. The lady has to scan my pass, which is just on my left, which you can see here. And here we had a selection of sandwiches, Danishes, and tons of water and electrolyte drink for you to fuel up on. Oh dear. So I can't hear anything I'm saying, but at this point I was probably chatting rubbish. I mean, I have been for most of this video, but I was probably saying something about how lovely Worbarrow Bay looks. Apparently there's dinosaur footprints there. Those are my feet. I think I was pointing at them because so at this point it was 37k into the race and they weren't feeling too bad. We'd done more than half of the distance but not half of the elevation, so I knew that it was going to get quite hilly, and so the hills at this point were beginning to ramp up a little bit, excuse the pun. And I don't really mind the descents. It's in this temperature it was about 25 degrees on the day, and so being quite warm going uphill I was losing a fair chunk of water. You can see now in the elevation profile at the bottom how it became pretty jagged towards the end of the run, and that's where we had to put the final 1,000 metres of elevation in.
This is Durdle Door. Quite nice. Just past the 45k mark. Just 5 minutes off 5 hours. I don't know how far we've got to go. I can't do the maths. I'm feeling good. This is it, the home straight. 59k. So, we've done it. Mine said it was 59.5, but Lizzy's came out at 58. So, I'm not sure who's to believe.
58.25, although I haven't corrected the distance yet.
Yeah, we'll do that on Strava. I love correcting the distance, it always gives you slightly more, doesn't it? It was both feel surprisingly alright. It was a tough run, like proper hilly, wasn't it? You know? But stunning. Like, I wish I had actually had time to look at some of the stuff that was there. we're just having a bit of bite to eat, and then we're going to go and get a massage in one of these tubs around us. Yeah, so it was really good. Just a perfect weather for it. It couldn't have been better, could it?
So stunning. A little bit of a tailwind.
Yeah.
Really nice. Really, really nice.
But I was quite chuffed when I crossed the line because I said to the person, where did I place? She was like, oh, you're second. I was like, oh, brilliant. That's great news. Lizzy comes across the line. She's first. Not that we're competitive, but, you know, it did sort of dampen my enthusiasm slightly. But, yeah, incredible. Yeah, really, really pleased with that. 1 and 2. So, yeah.
Despite claiming that I felt all right, I think actually it was probably the surging levels of adrenaline and cortisol in my system keeping me going at that point. That evening I was really hoping that I'd sleep really well, but strangely after any intense exercise I really struggled to sleep. I thought now I'd just delve into some of the numbers if you're interested. It was 59.5k, I burned 5,030 calories. It took me 6 hours 30 minutes and it took Lizzy 7 hours 30. Lizzy was the first female, and despite when I crossed the line, being told I was the second male, it actually turned out that 7 minutes after I crossed the line, somebody that started a little later than me had just beaten me, and so I actually came third overall. But I'm still chuffed with that, and it's a great event, so absolutely get around to doing it next year.